Hi, welcome to Wholeheartedly for the Lord Bible Journaling with Sherry. Today's process video is in my mixed media art journal, which is different from the other journal that I've journaled in with the brown paper. If you've seen that video, if not, please check it out. The other one with the brown paper is just a regular journal that you would write in. It just didn't have any lines. But a mixed media art journal is an art journal that is built for artists or people who do creative things, and they like to use different kinds of medium to express themselves artistically. So right now I'm sizing up the page, and this page is a printout from the Amazing Grace journal from the Praise and Pray Etsy shop, the Bible journaling group that I'm in. We did Amazing Grace, and the hymns, right, I think it was the hymns for Amazing Grace, or I'm sorry, I forget which one. I've done so many journals, but I know the title is Amazing Grace. So what the paper is, the pattern of it is like a hymnal. So I'm going to size up the paper, cut it down, and use that as part of my background. Yeah. And the reason why I chose a hymnal background, and I'm going to add my medium on it, is because the title of this particular Bible kit is Wash Away. And it's from Psalm 51, David's most famous psalm. And sorry, right here, let me digress for a moment. This is going to be a 2-page spread. So instead of doing it side by side, I wanted to do it the long way, so that it can go as I designed it to go, and I can fit all of my elements on it the way that I envisioned it. So I'm getting out my handy dandy iPad. That's what the kit looks like before it's cut up. And that's the design that I'm going for. But it doesn't quite turn out that way, but the bottom portion does. So this is one of David's most famous psalms, and he is just crying out to the Lord for cleansing and forgiveness, and because he finally realized that when he sinned and all the covering up that he tried to do, man that covers his sin will not prosper. He realizes that I need to come clean with the Lord, and against thee and thee only have I have I sinned and done this evil in thy sight. So when we sin, it is against God that we sin first, and then other people are affected by our sin. And I think sometimes many of us do not realize that when we do things, it affects those that are around us, our children, our spouses, family members. It's not so much that, this is my thing and I do what I want to do, but what you do affects other people. And when you're born again, you should be mindful of those who are around you and how your lifestyle and how my lifestyle affects those that are around me. So I hope you're blessed by the video. And as you know, I'll be jumping in from time to time to explain a few things. Thank you, and thank you for watching and stopping by. So right here I'm using my blending tool and my Memento ink, and I'm mimicking trying to make a sun. I didn't have a stencil, and Lynn used a sun stencil, so I'm using that's the closest stencil I had that looks like a sun or sun rays, so I'm going to use that as my image for the sun. So as you saw in the caption, notice my gelatos, the snow cone color. And what I'm doing basically is scribbling it, as you can see, on the page. I'm taking a baby wipe and I'm blending it in. Now gelatos do move better when you have a page prep like gesso or something on it. But sometimes if you, a baby wipe really works well. If you can really, mesh it in really well, you can get it. And it's not that smooth, it's kind of striated, but that's okay because it also gives the illusion that there's like a few clouds in the midst of the sky. So it's unintentionally done, but it works out. So that's how you can move gelatos around on the page, and they do not bleed through a Bible, so you can use it to accentuate a page. And once again, I'm just using it as a background to make it look like it's the sky and a daytime. It's kind of hard to see what I'm putting down, but in the little wash tub thing, it says stealing, lying, cheating, false idols, and swearing. So for me, the way that I'm envisioning this is that I'm putting those dirty things into the wash and I'm coming out clean, and that's why the clothes up there are clean. So I'm being washed with the Sudsy Sin soap. That's the little soap next to the basket. And I'm being washed away, and I am forgiven because I've thrown all those things in the dirty sin basket, and the Lord has forgiven me and He's cleansed me, and I am happy with Jesus. And now we can be in fellowship, because when we sin, we don't lose our relationship, because once saved, always saved, according to scriptures. But we can break fellowship with the Lord. And that right in the middle is that hymn that I read in the beginning. That is the hymn that I put in the middle of the page to remind me of the wonderful blessing it is to be washed in the blood of Jesus.